He only had one job, okay? Just one job. WOIO News reports that police officers arrested a theft suspect after his getaway car was trapped at a car wash in South Euclid, Ohio. The manager of a store observed a man pushing a shopping cart full of unpaid merchandise out of the store and into the parking lot. She alerted an off-duty officer working store security of the crime she had just witnessed. The officer observed the suspect take the shopping cart and attempt to enter a possible getaway vehicle. But here was the problem. The driver of that vehicle decided to go to a car wash while the other guy was at the store. Officials said the getaway car then got trapped between several other cars at the car wash and couldn't move. You can't write this, okay? Officials said that police arrested the suspect, who had an outstanding warrant, and escorted him from the getaway car to a police cruiser. Officers also arrested the driver of the car, who had an outstanding warrant as well. I guess, in this case, both of those criminals were looking for a nice, wait for it, clean getaway.
I guess if you squint hard enough, it could have looked like a bear. The Mirror reports that a family in China were shocked to discover the animal they had been raising for 2 years was not a pet dog, but an endangered bear. The family believed it was a Tibetan Mastiff the entire time, but became suspicious when it kept growing, eventually weighing over 250 pounds, and it even began walking on its hind legs. A woman named Su Yun brought the animal to her home in a Chinese village while on vacation in 2016. She was surprised by how much the dog ate, telling Chinese media that it would go through a box of fruit and 2 buckets of noodles every day. I guess a fruit-eating dog didn't tip her off. The more he grew, the more like a bear he looked, said Miss Yun. The animal is now in the safe hands of a local wildlife rescue center after the family got in touch requesting help. It has been identified as an endangered Asiatic black bear, which would fetch thousands of pounds if sold on the black market, despite the family being told it was a Tibetan Mastiff.
Right, there's no clever intro for this story. I'm just gonna dive right in. Tourizone.com reports that a man is set to stand trial for allegedly putting his penis in a seagull's beak, causing significant suffering to the bird. David Lee recently appeared in English court charged with causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal under the Animal Welfare Act of 2006. The bizarre offense is alleged to have taken place on August 18, 2022. Prosecutors told the court that Lee, 39, unreservedly did an act where he took a wild bird, forced it down, and placed his penis in its mouth, whereby causing unnecessary suffering to that animal. Lee has entered a plea of not guilty. He was granted unconditional bail until his trial at a later date. All species of gull are protected in the UK under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981. The act makes it illegal to intentionally or recklessly injure or kill any gull or damage or destroy any active nest or its contents. Intentionally killing or injuring a seagull is a criminal offense, and offenses against wildlife carry a fine of up to 5,000 British pounds, or in some extreme cases, a jail term. So, it's possible, in theory, that David's act on said bird turned David into a jailbird?
I'm not sure that this lady is cut out to take any kind of test. The New York Post reports that a Florida woman tried to pass a court-ordered drug test with a mixture of soda and tap water that she had hidden inside herself in a pill bottle, police documents show. 44-year-old Shannon Hunter was required to submit a urine sample to probation officers after pleading guilty to felony drug charges in January, according to documents obtained by the Smoking Gun. Hunter, who had admitted to charges of possessing painkillers without a prescription and theft, apparently tried to dupe the officers and pass the drug test. According to her arrest affidavit, she was busted after she attempted to use a prescription pill container full of an unknown liquid to pass her urinalysis. While many try to pass urine tests with either synthetic urine or urine from a clean individual, Hunter had filled a pill container with a mixture of soda and tap water, which would have undoubtedly resulted in a failed sample. She pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor charge of urinalysis fraud and was sentenced to a maximum of 20 days in the county jail.
I guess they have organized crime syndicates for almost everything. KDFW Fox 4 News reports that police in the Fort Worth, Texas area arrested two siblings in connection to what they call an organized theft ring. The suspects, 19-year-old Dexter Goynez and 22-year-old Destiny Goynez, are accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of scented candles and other merchandise from a retail store. Officers reportedly spotted Dexter at the store, and he took off when they tried to pull him over, but he was arrested a few minutes later. Police later arrested his sister in connection to the case and recovered dozens of candles. Both are charged with engaging in organized criminal activity. Police are also working with law enforcement officials from 5 other agencies who suspect the Goynez siblings are connected to similar crimes in their cities. 5 other agencies over scented candles! I guess good old-fashioned cocaine or firearm heists aren't enough for this generation. Kids these days.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.